Welcome to my haunted Halloween home tour for 2023. This year I'm doing a spooky collaboration with some other talented ladies here on YouTube. I'm collaborating today with Jean E., The Curated Home, Antoinette Decorating, Buffalo Check Chicks, and Sandy's Home Decorating and Gardening. You're going to love every one of these spooky, talented ladies. And after you're done watching my Halloween home tour, why don't you go check out their channels and give them a like, a subscribe, and tell them that Renee with Renee's Cozy Cottage sent you. I will put a link in the description box down below for all of their Halloween home tours. Now why don't you come on in and take a look around, if you dare. So here is our living room and kitchen, all spooky for Halloween. I'll start at the front door here. I have my witch animatronic that I got on Oriental Trading. I have my fall tree from Amazon. And I have a vintage ghost blow mold and jack-o'-lantern. There's a jack-o'-lantern from Home Depot. And then I have my ghost and skull and haunted house and more of the little ghost pumpkins. A skeleton with wings and a little ghost candle. I have my Halloween wreath on the door, my bats flying up the wall. Another vintage ghost blow mold. This is a zombie that we got at Home Depot this year. And I got these two little rats on each side from the at-home store this year. And I have my vintage owl die cuts hanging above the lamps. Here is our butler. And down here I have a jack-o'-lantern and a big rat. I have some bats hanging up there. They come in and sit for a spell sign above the bathroom door. And here I have my jack-o'-lantern skeleton from Target last year.
Welcome. Come in if you dare.
We got this skull at Home Depot last year.
Oh, good. New victim, I mean, guests.
On this wall next to the fireplace, I have a boo sign hanging up, a black crow, a happy Halloween picture, and a vintage black cat. Then I have a light up mummy next to the fireplace, and I have two of my vintage paper mache jack-o'-lanterns here. And then on the fireplace I have some black crows, candles, jack-o'-lanterns, a vintage ghost blow mold, some black leaves, I have a jack-o'-lantern garland hanging on the fireplace. And then on this side, I have another vintage blow mold. That's a jack-o'-lantern from Home Depot. And I have a skeleton frog. And this is my favorite Halloween piece of all time. My vampire. Isn't he creepy? I got him on eBay last year. Then above him, I have a animated crow. In this beaded lantern, I have a vintage ghost holding a skull. On this basket next to the sofa, I have a primitive skeleton holding a bones flag and a vintage pumpkin next to him. Then on the sofa, I have a spooky pillow, a ghost pillow, and a hocus pocus pillow. On the coffee table, I have my orange roses with a big spider on top. And I have a skull in the basket down there. And here is my absolutely beautiful Halloween tree for this year. If you've never been to my channel before, I do a tree for every season and holiday. Halloween is my favorite, of course. Underneath, I have all my vintage jack-o'-lantern blow molds. As you can see, I love those. And on the tree, I have some ghosts and some orange and black ball ornaments. Next to the tree, I have my maid, Agnes. She's holding her dinner in her platter. Then on our entertainment center, I've got a big furry spider up there. I've got bats on the wall. I've got tombstones on the top shelves. Then I have jack-o'-lanterns on the middle shelf. And then I have some skulls and pumpkins on the bottom shelves. I have these vintage candle holders on each side of the TV. And you can't do a home tour without a Halloween ambiance on the TV. Up here I have a happy haunting sign that I got from Joann Fabrics. That gorgeous leaf garland came from Target. And then I have a skull on each side. Down here I have skulls and some ghost face candles. Over here is my Scream Scarecrow. I got that at Halloween Express this year. I absolutely love that. I have a mummy blow mold that came from Target this year. I have a skull blow mold down there. Then I have some spiders, a jack-o'-lantern candle holder, my Day of the Dead cat Scentsy warmer here, and a vintage jack-o'-lantern candle holder. And then down here, I have my vintage witch in a rocking chair, and she has her frog friends next to her. Now going into the kitchen, I've got a black and orange plaid table runner on our bar area. On top of these cabinets, I've got my vintage cookie jar down there. I got that vampire this year. And another one of those vintage witches there. On top of the fridge, I have a Freddy Krueger bowl, and the little rat is wanting to eat out of the bowl. And here is my coffee bar area. I've got a ghost mug on our Keurig. I've got a little ghost sitting on the top of it. I have my skull mugs on my mug tree. A hocus pocus, I need coffee to focus sign on my little shelf here. My two little rats here. A baby rat there. And I have some ghost coffee cups. A ghost towel on my little ladder. a vintage light-up jack-o'-lantern, an October 31st sign. And here I have a vintage Fitz and Floyd cookie jar that I got at the flea market this summer. That is so cute. And on this window, I have a wreath with a vintage witch sun catcher. Above this window, I have this haunted house decoration that came from Big Lots that lights up. And I have this Happy Hallows Eve picture here next to the cabinets. I got that at Kirkland's one year. And over here above the kitchen sink, I have another one of those vintage witch sun catchers. That Halloween sign I got at the Dollar General Market this year. I have some bats flying up the wall. I have another vintage blow mold here. On this little shelf, I have my Joanna Parker Halloween mugs, the devil, the black cat, and the vampire. I think those are so cute. And above this cabinet, I have a vintage jack-o'-lantern on a haystack that I got at a thrift store a couple of years ago. Then I have my happy skeleton hanging over here between the kitchen and the laundry room. On the back door, I have this adorable witch wreath that I've had for many, many years. She's one of my favorite pieces. I have this vintage Halloween rug at the back door. I've had that for many, many years as well. On this little table next to the washer and dryer, I have a Michael Myers bowl that came from Spirit Halloween. My husband ate all the candy out of it, so we've got to get some more. This is a vintage ceramic Halloween piece that lights up. Then we have this little skeleton ghoul hanging out in the corner of the laundry room here. And then I have this gorgeous Halloween wreath that I got at a thrift store hanging above the washer and dryer. Then over here next to our hutch, I have my werewolf animatronic that I got for my birthday one year. He came from Grandin Road. He is super cool. I named him Wolfman Jack. Down here, I have my vintage Jimmy spirit ball that we got at the flea market this summer. He's super cool.
You wish to know what lies ahead? Then listen carefully. If you must choose between two evils, pick the one you've never tried before.
He says 4 funny phrases. I just love him. And then down here is a skeleton pumpkin that my mom got me for my birthday one year from Kroger. And this is a little mummy that we got at Joann Fabrics. And I've got a little light up jack-o'-lantern here on this table next to our dishwasher. On the front of our stove, I have these Joanna Parker dish towels that I got at Marshall's last year. And I have this vintage witch rug that I got on eBay in front of the stove many years ago. On top of these cabinets, I have jack-o'-lanterns on each side. And then I have some plaid ghosts on those candle holders. And over here above the sofa, I have just a little skeleton hanging out here. And this is our bathroom. I got this gorgeous Halloween wreath at Ross last year, and it was $15. I think that is so pretty. Then over here on our bathroom mirror, I have a Michael Myers window cling that I got at Spirit Halloween. Then I have a Halloween sign above our sink and some ghost soap dispensers. I've got a little mummy over here and a mummy towel, a vintage blow mold. And here on my little wicker 2-tier tray from Target, I have these Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein candle holders that came from Bath & Body Works many years ago. I have an October 31st sign, a cute little orange spider, a ghost, and a little ghost succulent from TJ Maxx. Above the toilet, I've got a skull, I've got a mummy towel, and on the floating shelves up here, I have a candelabra from Walmart. That ghost came from Target. Some little eyeballs. And then a Halloween sign. And a skeleton. On the mirror here, I've got a candy corn and ghost garland. And I have these vintage stained glass candle holders that I got at the Nashville Flea Market many years ago, and I think those are so gorgeous. I love those. And on this little table, I've got this witch doll and a jack-o'-lantern and a spider. And this is my adorable mummy shower curtain that I got on Amazon last year. I got it to match the mummy towels that I found at Home Goods last year. And on this shelf above the bathroom door, I have some ghosts and a vintage pumpkin arrangement. Guys, Frankie wants to say hello and happy Halloween. And he said, thank you for watching his mommy's YouTube channel. Say happy Halloween. Say boo. Boo, Frankie. And Frankie says we're going to show you the house now, all lit up and spooky. And guys, this is our bedroom. I've decorated it in a ghost theme like last year, but I have changed it up a little bit. I've got my ghost throw on the bed, my little ghost from the at-home store in my wicker tray, and my ghost pillows at the top of the bed. I've got 2 vintage blow molds on each nightstand. Then I have my little black tree next to the bed with ghosts on it. I have some bats on the walls. Over here I have a black feathered wreath and a black garland I got from Kirkland's over my peacock chair, and a little ghost pillow I got from Target this year. I have some candles over here. I put these stickers on them to look like ghost faces that I got on Temu. And then I have this vintage skull candelabra on that little table. And up here on my shelf from Hobby Lobby, I have all these cute, goofy-faced pumpkins that I got at Home Goods this year. And I have that trick-or-treat sign I got from TJ Maxx a couple of years ago above it. And then this little garland on the shelf, I got that from Avon many, many years ago. And then I just got these wooden wall sconces from Old Time Pottery. These jack-o'-lantern candle holders I also got at Old Time Pottery. They were on sale for $6. And I think those look so cute. And over here on this little vignette next to the dresser, I have a skeleton gnome sitting on top of my jewelry box. I have a couple of Halloween books and this cute Let's Snuggle and Watch Scary Movies pumpkin that I got at Target last year. And I have a little light up jack-o'-lantern down here on a little stool. And I think this turned out super cute. This is a boho macrame shelf that I got on Amazon. And I've got a little Frankenstein and a pumpkin girl on the top shelf. I've got this Frankenstein gnome and Frankenstein pumpkin on the second shelf. And I've got my cute little ghost candy corns on the bottom shelf. And then here on my vanity, I've got the Headless Horseman that I got this year. I got the Black Flame candle from At Home last year. The Bath & Body Works hand candle holder is holding that. And then I have some vintage pumpkins and the little vampire pig that my mom got me from Michael's this year. And a string of pumpkin lights that I got on Amazon around the shelf. And I think this turned out so cute. I have this fortune teller wreath on the door. I got this at Ross one year. I just love that. And now I'm going to turn the lights out and show you what it looks like all lit up and spooky. I'm delighted that you dropped by. Happy Halloween.